Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another installment of On the Couch Talking Sports. The MLB playoffs have started. The NL and AL wildcard games. Sorry, I gotta restart.
How dare you? You messed up.
Sorry.
Where's the trigger? Rachel!
I kind of just lost my track.
Can you be trusted?
No.
Okay.
Definitely can't.
Okay, that's fair.
Alright, here we go.
You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it. Molded by it. I didn't see light until I was already a man.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie, along with Kyle. Kyle, how you doing?
Doing great, Robbie. Feeling the HD vibe going on here.
Yeah, certainly. And to my right, you guys probably recognize this guy. It's our pal Scott is back. Second time he's been literally and figuratively on the couch. So, Scott, welcome back.
Thank you, Robbie. Good to be here.
So, this is a very exciting time of year. Especially if you're a baseball fan, like all three of us are, in some form or another, because the Major League Baseball playoffs have started. Now, obviously, our Boston Red Sox are not in it, unfortunately, but we still have opinions. We still have teams that we like outside of the Red Sox. So what we're going to do tonight is do some MLB playoff predictions. Now, the MLB playoffs started 2 nights ago. You had the 2 wild card games, the AL and the NL. In the AL, the Astros beat the Yankees, which we're all happy about, obviously, 3-0. And then last night, the Chicago Cubs beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-0 in the NL wild card game. So just to set the scene before we get into this, in the American League, you have the 4 teams still remaining are the Royals, the Blue Jays, the Rangers, and the Astros, whereas in the NL, the 4 teams remaining are the Cardinals, the Dodgers, the Mets, and the Cubs. So that's sort of, to set the scene, that is sort of where we're at in terms of the MLB playoffs. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick an AL champion, an NL champion, a World Series champion, and a team that the team that we're rooting for the most in this playoff. So let's jump right into it, fellas. And Scott, I want to start with you. Let's start with your AL champion. Which team do you think is going to take it all in the American League?
I'm going with the Kansas City Royals. I think out of all the AL teams, they have the most playoff experience, and they're just really good at home. So since they are the number 1 seed in the AL, I think that they have home field advantage going all the way through to the World Series. I think
they have it in the World. The AL has it in the World Series as well. Yeah, because they won the All-Star game. Sorry to interrupt you, but just to quickly point out to the folks at home who may not be familiar with how the MLB playoffs are set up, the team, or the league, I should say, that won the All-Star game back in July gets home field advantage in the World Series. That's been going on for quite a few years now. And so the American League won it this year. So whichever team wins the American League will get home field advantage in the World Series. So it's continue, Scott.
So that is my pick, mainly because the Astros, Blue Jays, and Rangers haven't had a lot of time in the playoffs, especially the Astros and the Blue Jays, who haven't been in for like at least the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Blue Jays since 1993.
Yeah.
So I think
it's been a while.
Going with the Royals.
All right, Kyle, who's your pick for the American League champion in 2015?
The American League. Now, remind me of teams again that
Royals,
Blue
Jays, Rangers, and Astros.
And Astros. Oh, that's tough. I mean, the Royals and Astros are both pretty good. I would have to say one of them probably. The Astros definitely defeated the Yankees. I think I'm going to agree with Scott in this one, though. The Royals. I think they got that. I think they're a good team. They've always been a really solid team. Actually, I remember last year. I think we talked about this. The MLB predictions last year.
Yeah,
they went to the World Series and lost in Game 7.
Yeah,
with a runner on third base.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I
And
remember that.
And everyone was wondering if they were if they should have scored the runner or not. And They didn't, but
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know.
yeah, right.
Yeah. They just have a lot of really great, talent on that team, and plus they're also, as I said, I think I said this last year as well. You know, they're the team that Superman was always cheering for in Man of Steel. So if you saw him in that one scene in General Zod, he's wearing the Royals shirt, and I mean he's a Royals fan, so I'm gonna have to say I'm a Royals fan as well.
I'm actually going to make this a clean sweep. I'm going with the Royals, and it's kind of for the reason that I know Scott kind of just touched on the Royals to come within a run of winning Game 7 of the World Series and to lose Game 7 of the World Series on your home field to the Giants last year. I think really fed into this team this season. I mean, they were basically on top of the AL for the entire way, especially in the AL Central. They are extremely good offensively, pitching staff-wise. They got a good young core that's back from that team last year.
Didn't they just get Cueto from the Reds too?
That's right. Yeah, they had Johnny Cueto. Yeah, Johnny Cueto. Yeah, another great young pitcher.
Yeah.
So I just think that they are a force to be reckoned with right now, and I don't see anybody knocking them off in the American League. The Astros, I think, will give them a battle. And then whoever comes out of that Rangers Blue Jays series will as well. But I gotta go with the Royals for my AL champion. So now
Royal sweep.
Royal flush.
Even better.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
You outpunned me this time, Robbie. That was good. See? Nailed it.
That was good.
Very good. Well played. Oh, thank you.
Still hit the wrong nail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, not my thumb.
All right, so now we're going to move on to the National League. Actually, I'm going to start with Kyle for this one. Who do you like in the National League? You are smiling. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
so
let's
this
see
is
who
for
you got.
who we think is going to win, right?
Who we think is going to be the National League
similar.
champion.
All right.
Do you need the teams, or do you?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got my team here. I'm going to go for the Cubs.
Oh, that's a good one.
I
Yeah.
think the Cubs are going to win.
That's going to go for a good one.
They are one of the most underrated teams. Actually, they might be the most underrated, underdog team in this whole entire ALS and national.
With the second highest record in the entire playoffs. Just pointing that out.
Oh, okay. Wait.
But they are the underdog because they're the second wild card spot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
they're a good team. They are a very good team.
They are good, and I feel like in the World Series. Actually, I'm sorry, I didn't mean in that bracket. In the World Series sort of side of things, they're the most underrated. I don't think they've won a World Series since what?
1908.
1908. So I'm gonna go with them.
107 years.
Yeah.
There you go.
Although everyone was saying it was like just a little bit of a coincidence that last night's game was on 10/7.
Oh yeah.
Which was 107 years. And that the game started with the time of 1908 in military time, which is the last time that they had won the playoffs or won the World Series. So it's just,
and by the way, another somewhat nerdy reference. Back to the Future 2.
I was just going to mention that.
Back to the Future 2 predicted that the Cubs would win the World Series.
The only problem is they can't beat the Marlins because the Marlins are in the NL West or NL East. So,
but still, the fact that they predict Back to the Future 2 predicted it, so it's.
I just want my flying car now.
Okay, you are out punning me and out nerding me now. What is this?
and my hoverboard.
You're right.
I want my hoverboard.
All right, well, that's a very good pick. For a number of reasons.
Thank you,
Scott. Who do you like in the National League?
I think with the Cardinals, just because of the fact that the Cardinals are proven year in and year out that they are just the dominant team. Them and the Giants are the dominant teams in the NL. I think they have superior pitching to most staffs, and other than the Dodgers, but the Dodgers always choke in the playoffs. So I'm not going with the Dodgers again. But I would say, just because of the Cardinals have superior pitching and their offense is always pretty strong, I'm going with the Cardinals.
All right. Well, so we all agreed on our AL pick, but we're all going to disagree on our NL pick because I'm actually going with the Dodgers. I think that I think they have a very good line. I think they have a very good lineup. Their pitching staff of Kershaw and Greinke, I think, is very tough to beat. And I also just think that I don't really have a reason other than that. I just think that the Dodgers, with all their sort of experience in the playoffs, I think that they're upset. After last year falling short, I think that they're going to come back ready to go, and I think that they'll take it. I think it's going to be tough, especially the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals. I was sort of walling between the Cardinals and the Dodgers for a while.
I do think they'll beat the Mets, so you'll have that.
Yeah, I think they'll beat the Mets. I think that it's going to that Cardinals Dodgers. If it gets there, Cardinals Dodgers is going to be a very tough series. But I'm going to go with the Dodgers. All right, so now that takes us to our World Series prediction. So just to recap here, Kyle has the Royals against the Cubs. Sky has the Royals against the Cardinals. Rematch of the Don Denkinger series, 85, where the blown call basically gave the series to the Royals. That's how the Royals won the World Series, as a matter of fact.
The Missouri Bowl.
And then I have the Royals and the Dodgers. So Scott, I'm going to go with you. Who is your official 2015 World Series champion prediction?
So just to be a little bit nerdy here, I did look at how the Cardinals and the Royals played earlier this season, and so the Royals.
Did your homework? I like it.
I did my homework because I made some picks. I said that the Royals were going to win, but that's because of the fact that the Royals have 4 games at home.
Yeah.
And they took 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals when they were at home. So problem is they got swept in St. Louis. So you're going to have a little bit of a problem away. But if they can be as dominant at home as they were before, they could. I see it as a narrow defeat. But it's going to take 7 games.
So you're going with the Royals?
Going with the Royals over the Cardinals.
Royals in 7 games. Got it. All right, Kyle. So Kyle, you've got the Royals and the Cubs. Who do you think is going to win? A matchup of 2 teams that have not won World Series in quite a while. One way more of a while than the other. But who do you think's going to take it this year?
I don't know. From all the signs and everything, I think the Cubs are going to do it. I think this is going to be the year for the Cubs. I don't know. I just have that gut feeling. I think maybe it could. I think probably just Back to the Future. I think, like you said earlier, I think Back to the Future Part 2 might be right. That sports almanac. Maybe it's really a magic thing that they uncovered in the movie, and they just. I don't know. I think it'll be the year of the Cubs. I think it'll. Hopefully, I'm hoping and I'm predicting it'll be the 2004 equivalent for the Cubs. As it was for the Red Sox.
They're not going to make a comeback against a 4.
They're going to have to come back from 3-0 down to the LCS.
I don't know if we can predict that.
Who's going to make this slide there?
That'd be pretty cool,
Isn't Quinton Berry now on their team?
Probably.
Who made a steal for us against the Tigers?
Yeah.
In 2013.
Bold prediction: Jake Arrieta will steal a base like he did last night. Yeah.
He's just going to steal home.
And I do like the fact that I do support John Lester on that team.
Yeah.
And Theo Epstein, our old GM. So I can see them going all the way as well. It's just the lack of playoff experience.
Yeah, that's true. Haven't been in the playoffs since 2003.
It's a very young team, but they're very feisty, as you could see last night.
Yeah. Very feisty.
With a little fight on the field.
Yeah,
yeah.
A little bit of fisticuffs there. No punches were thrown in that game last night.
I thought there was. Somebody actually, one of the Pirates made a punch.
I didn't. Yeah, Sean Rodriguez punched the water cooler. But,
I thought there was another one in the field.
Maybe.
All right.
Scott, who is your? Obviously, you got the Royals and the Cardinals.
Oh, who's your?
Oh wait! Did you? You already did Scott's pick.
Yeah.
That's right. So we got Royals, Cubs. I'm going to Drum roll, please. I am going to agree with Scott. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Royals. I think that, again, last year, the disappointment of losing at home, the heartbreak of losing at home in Game 7, it just continues to fuel this team. I just really like where they're at right now. I just like the Royals. I think, the Dodgers are a good team. I think it's great that the Dodgers, according to my prediction, I think the Dodgers are going to get back to the World Series for the first time in a while themselves. But I like the Royals. They're that revenge factor, and I think they have enough talent to pull it off this year. So, for our last sort of prediction here, not as much a prediction this time, but sort of our feelings on the MLB playoffs, we're going to sort of talk about now are the team that we're rooting for the most. It doesn't matter if we're, picking this team, if we pick this team to win a series or the World Series. What the team that we are rooting for the most in the MLB playoffs. And Scott, I'm going to start with you.
Well, I'd say last year I really enjoyed watching the Royals because they were sweeping every team until they got to the World Series, and they were just a fun team to watch last year. And they
had to battle in the AL wildcard game, if I remember.
Well, I think they swept the Orioles though.
Yeah, but just to get to that point against Oakland, they were down a couple times in that game.
Right. So I'm just watching them be a comeback team. Watching them they're a fun team to watch.
Yeah.
And they also haven't won since 1985.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going with the pick that I made. Normally that doesn't work out for you in the end, but I'm going for them.
Going with the Royals. Okay.
Yeah.
Kyle, I think I have an idea of who you're going to go with, but just top it off for us. What team are you rooting for the most?
I think it's pretty clear. The viewers can guess at this point as well. The Cubs.
The Cardinals.
Hey, you do have the one Canadian team there.
Oh, the Expos.
The Blue Jays.
I'm always rooting for the
Expos.
The Expos.
The Expos are no longer in baseball.
So you're rooting on the Nationals?
You're rooting the Nationals who aren't even in the playoffs. But anyway, continue. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, Cubs all the way. I think they're, out of all the teams, they're arguably the most underdog team. You know me and the underdog teams. I'm always rooting for that team. So it's plain and simple. Cubs.
Yep. And I'm actually agreeing with you on this one. I'm rooting for the Cubs, even though I didn't pick them. I think, just the fact, kind of as a Red Sox fan, you feel for them because, hey, we knew the feeling from 1918 to 2004 of not winning a World Series, and we've actually gotten 3 World Series in that time. We know
the feeling of 1990 to 2004.
Yeah, not even making the playoffs. 2003 because we made it in 2000. Or
no, I just mean we haven't.
Yeah.
We weren't there for the whole 86 years.
We were not alive back in 1918, folks. We weren't alive back in 1908 either. But
we're not 96 years old now.
Yeah. But no, I support the Cubs. I support Lester and Theo Epstein. I think they have a great young group of players. Ryan Rizzo, Chris Bryant, thank you. I was trying to think of who I was trying to think of him. But I think, it's going to be tough because they're going up against the Cardinals, top team in the NL and the DS. But hey, sometimes so-called curses will light a fire under a team. And I think that I'd love to see them. If the Royals aren't going to win, I'd love to see the Cubs get it done. So
beat all the odds.
Yeah, exactly. Prove McFly wrong. Prove him right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Prove him right.
Right.
All right. So there you have it.
Great Scott.
Great Scott.
So there you have it.
Money.
The Bruins are losing 3-1, but was staying on top.
They were up 1-0, and then I came to your house.
So there we go. It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
My fault. It's all your fault. I came to your house.
Yeah, that was true. That was true. I blame Kyle. No, I'm kidding.
I left my house.
They call it the curse of the Canadian.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Maybe it's your fault.
Could be.
I don't
You
know.
never know.
If Kyle's not here for the next episode, you know why. But anyway, so those are our predictions. But now we want to hear what you guys think. So comment either on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We're everywhere. So leave us a comment. Tell us who you think is going to win in the MLB playoffs this year. So to finish up, as we always do, we are going to go with our monologues.
All right.
Scott, you are our special guest. So you get to lead us off. Who knows if you prepared anything or not, but let's take a crack. Yeah, let's take a crack. Yeah,
Not at all, but I'll start off with it's a pretty special night. You got Bruins opening night. You got Thursday night football between the Colts and the Texans.
Yeah.
And I hope the Colts lose because of course.
Yeah.
And it's good to see college hockey is finally starting up this weekend. Mercyhurst and Colgate actually started last weekend, but every other team now starts up this weekend. So it's going to be fun to have that new season start off.
Of course.
Clean slate for everyone.
Yeah.
Road is to Tampa Bay now.
Yeah.
Excited to see how my RIT Tigers are going to do.
Yeah.
Both the men and the women, because they were...
For the record, I mean, we have to point this out. Scott's alma mater, RIT, who if you watched the last time Scott was on, he mentioned a little bit, actually made it to the NCAA tournament a year ago and made it to the final 8 teams of the country. We're 1 win away from playing at the TD Garden in the Frozen Four, but
That's awesome.
unfortunately fell to Nebraska Omaha.
Actually, both the men and the women made it to the other day.
Yeah, so
because they're both on title defenses. The women are on double title defenses. So
exciting time to be an RIT.
It's an exciting time for college hockey fans
and pro hockey
overall
fans,
hockey fans. The women's actually the NWHL starting up this weekend on Sunday. Boston has the Boston Pride starting up in facing off in Buffalo.
Cool.
New professional league.
Cool.
But it's an exciting time. You got playoff baseball. You got the NFL in the week 5.
Yeah.
And then you have hockey's just finally back.
Hockey's back.
So all is good right now.
All is good. All is always good, but especially this time of year, all is very good.
Oh, yes.
All right, so Kyle, I know you actually had some thoughts you wanted to share. I think so. What you got for us this week?
Well, just wanted to let you guys know that actually, Robbie and I were we went to this place in Wellesley called Old School for dinner tonight, and
if you saw the walk, the on couch walk, we actually referenced a couple of times.
Yes, that was our end point for the walk, actually,
Yeah.
and we had lunch there, and so you saw the sign, I'm sure, at some point. We actually saw the starting pitcher of the Red Sox.
Joe Kelly.
Joe Kelly. See, this is why I'm terrible at sports names. I can remember names of actors, but I can't name any
And
athletes to
superheroes.
save my life. And superheroes. Yep. You're right.
Do that.
You're right. Nailed it. Yeah, we just want to let you know. Yeah, we saw Joe Kelly, the one and only. So yeah, it was pretty sweet. He was sitting a table behind us. Didn't really say hi. It looked like he was kind of doing his own thing. So just want to.
Did he still have the mustache?
Yeah.
Or did he shave it off?
No,
he still has it.
He has the mustache.
Because I think him and Miley were starting to grow out mustaches.
Yeah, no, he
At the end of the season.
definitely had a lot. He definitely had the hair. The hair is definitely growing. All right, so yeah, very
That's
cool. I'm glad you brought that up. My monologue is also sticking with baseball. Obviously, as we said, the Red Sox are not in the playoffs this year, unfortunately. But some good news for the Red Sox is that John Farrell will be back for 2016. Obviously, coming off a tough battle with cancer, and obviously we continue to wish him well in his treatment and recovery from that. But Farrell, people have been hating on Farrell because the last couple of seasons haven't gotten what we wanted. I still think he's a great manager. I think, unfortunately, between injuries and just having some attitude issues in the clubhouse, I don't think you can really blame him for that. I think the person who really caused it is actually out the door now, Ben Charrington. But I'm glad Farrell's going to be coming back. But on a sort of a sadder note, Don Orsillo, the longtime play-by-play announcer for the Red Sox, is leaving to go to San Diego after 15 years with the Red Sox, and obviously, I'm not even going to get started on my feelings about Nesson letting him go, but I just wanted to say, Don, if you're watching this, you probably aren't, but anyway, I just want to wish you well in San Diego, and you'll always be a part of Red Sox Nation.
And you had a cool, really awesome voice.
Yes.
Great voice.
Yeah.
I love your bit with Jerry Remy with the pizza thrower.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was awesome. But him and Jerry Remy, just in general, just sort of that team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they legitimately had fun together and enjoyed calling the games together. And I'm gonna miss that. It's not gonna be the same with Dave O'Brien, whoever they pick to be the new colorman. I guess they're talking about getting rid of Remy too, which is really a shame.
Yeah, but you can't get rid of the head of Red Sox Nation. He's the president of Red Sox Nation.
Nesson's shown that they don't really care about that kind of stuff right now, dude. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. A lot of rumors going around right now.
I guess they'll just have to mute it because it just won't be the same.
Play the radio. Yeah.
I'll have to play
Joe Castiglione.
No, I mean I'll have to play the old.
Play Don Orsillo calling a game from 5 years ago,
or just like play an old Red Sox game, even if it has no relevance to this game.
yeah. But we'll miss you, Don.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's gonna do it for this edition of On the Couch Talking Sports. Sky, thank you again for coming on.
Thank you for bringing me on.
As always, you're welcome back anytime. We really enjoyed having you.
Mm-hmm.
So for Sky and obviously for Kyle, I'm Robbie, signing off for another edition of On the Couch Talking Sports.